Hello everyone, welcome to our session of learning German with Eduflair. So in today's session, we'll be learning about Vorstellung. What does that mean? Vorstellung means introduction. So in today's session, we'll be learning how to introduce ourselves. For example, what's your name? How to say about your profession? Hobbies, where do you come from? Where do you live? Okay, those all things. So let's start with our session. So let's begin our session. Now, the first and the most important question that is being asked in an introduction or when you give an introduction is about the name. So first, let's see how to ask a name. So for that, the question we have is Wie heißen Sie? Okay, so the literal translation would be how are you called? Wie means how, heißen means to be called, and Sie is basically your you. Now, how do we answer it? We answer it by saying Ich heiße, like for me, my name is Vishal. So I'll say Ich heiße Vishal. Ich means I, heiße, as you know, we learned to be called, and Vishal is where you will write down your name. Ich heiße Vishal. Let's move to the next question, that is, where do you come from? Okay, so for that, the question we have is, woher kommen Sie? Woher means where from, kommen is our verb to come, Sie is, as you know, you. Where do you come from? Now, how do we reply to it? So in that case, we write down Ich komme aus. Now suppose I come from India. So the word that we use for India is Indian. So Ich komme aus Indien. I come from India. Ich means I, komme means to come, aus means from, and Indian is the German word for India. Okay, let's move to the next one. That is, where do you live? Basically your place of residence. So for that, the question we have is Wo wohnen Sie? Wo means where, wohnen is our verb, means to live, and Sie, as you know, you. Where do you live? How do we answer it? So for that, the answer that we have is Ich wohne in. Like currently I am residing in Calicut. So I'll say Ich wohne in Calicut. Ich means I, wohne means to live, in is your English in, and Calicut is where you will write down your place of residence, where you are currently living. Okay, now let's move to the next question, that is, how old are you? Okay, so for that, first of all, the question we ask is Wie alt sind Sie? That is, how old are you? Alt means old. So how do we reply to it? So for that, in English we say I am, like suppose I am 26 years old. So what I'll write? Ich, okay, that is your I, bin, that is your am, and whatever your age is. For me it's 26, so I'll write down 26. And how do we say 26 in German? 26. Ich bin 26. Now then we write Jahre. Jahre means years. Okay, ich bin 26 Jahre alt. That is, I am 26 years old. Okay, now the next question, it is, what are you by profession? Okay, basically asking about someone's profession. Okay, so for that, the question first of all we ask is Was sind Sie von Beruf? Means what are you by profession? Here Beruf means profession. So for that, the reply that we have is, so suppose I am a teacher. Okay, so for teacher, the word that we have in German is a Lehrer. Okay, so if I want to say I am teacher by profession, so how do I say that? For that, the reply we write is Ich bin. The word that we have for teacher is Lehrer. Now once again guys, this is for male ones. For female we have Lehrerin. And then von Beruf. Okay, I am teacher by profession. Now suppose you are a student. Okay, you want to say I am a student. So how do we write down? Ich bin ein Student. Okay, it means I am a student. This is for male students. For female we write Ich bin eine Studentin. I am a student. Male, female. Okay, so this is what we write or reply for profession. Now the next one that we are about to discuss is hobbies. What are your hobbies? So for that, the question we have is, was sind Ihre Hobbies? Okay, that is, what are your hobbies? Okay, so for that, the reply that we have is, like, suppose I like to play cricket and I like to travel. These are my two hobbies. So if I want to say that, how can I reply? Meine Hobbys sind, okay, once again two hobbies, to play cricket and to travel. How do I write down? Cricket spielen und reisen. Okay, my hobbies are to play cricket and traveling. Reisen is a word for traveling. If we use it in a small way, it means to travel. Here I have used it as a noun. Okay, so this is how we say about our hobbies. Okay, so yeah guys, that's all for our hobbies. Okay, I hope you have learned a lot. So that's all for today. Until we meet next time, ciao.
Eduflair, education driven by passion.